The original Bama Football Tailgate Show is on the air. Alabama football is rolling, and we've got you covered with a breakdown of the game matchup, an SEC preview, and all the fun of an afternoon on the quad with national championship winning quarterback Jake Coker, WJLX radio voice Brett Elmore, and CoverCrimson.com host Mick Gillispie. The Bama Football Tailgate Show is presented to you by Pearl River Resort Casino in Choctaw, Mississippi. Let's play. Featuring the Sportsbook at the Timeout Lounge, Dancing Rabbit Golf Course, and celebrating 30 years of excellence. Also brought to you by Yuengling Lager. Yuengling, America's oldest brewery. The only beer you need at a Bama tailgate party. 22 Bills, where the spirit of the athlete meets the art of sustainable living. The Floribama world-famous Beach Bar and Lounge in Orange Beach. Visit Sevierville. Your Smokies start here. Plan your next Smokies adventure at visitsevierville.com. Screwball Peanut Butter Whiskey. Screw the usual. And let's toast a hashtag to the Screwballs every time the tide rolls. R&R Cigars, home of the Alabama Victory Cigar. Unique bar on the Strip, home of the NFL, MLB, Premier League package. Catch all the games at Unique. Visit Tuscaloosa. Not too small, not too big. Tuscaloosa is pronounced just right. Pond Royale, located at 1019 McFarland Boulevard in Northport. Cover Crimson YouTube and CoverCrimson.com. Rolling with the tide 24/7, 365. NewLifeArt.com, publisher of Fine Art Editions by Daniel A. Moore. Use the code Bama Tailgate for amazing deals at NewLifeArt.com. Sticks Tractor and Tree Service in South Alabama. Affordable pricing and customer service guaranteed. Now the host of the Bama Tailgate Show, Mick Gillispie.
What do you say, everybody? And happy game day to you. Welcome to the Bama Football Tailgate Show. It's presented by Pearl River Resort. For the next 2 hours, we're going to preview number 7 Alabama against South Carolina, 11 o'clock, Bryant-Denny Stadium. On the show today, we got Jimmy Hart. He's from Visit Tuscaloosa. We'll hear from Clint Lamb again, not the whole show, but he'll be on. Taylor Hicks and Kevin Sport will be part of the Gating and Grilling segment. And Carl the Cook Lewis sent Jake a special gift pack, so we'll get into that segment 4. This is the Bama Football Tailgate Show. It's presented by Pearl River Resort in Philadelphia, Mississippi. It's a short drive from Tuscaloosa and Birmingham. Vegas-style sportsbook at Golden Moon Casino. Play $50 at the sportsbook. Get a round of golf at Dancing Rabbit for just $40. I'm Mick Gillispie. That's Jake Coker, and we're getting you ready for Alabama. Again, 4-1 Bama, number 7 against 3-2 South Carolina. And Jake, welcome back to Innisfree.
Man, glad to be here. I hope we get the same outcome this weekend as we got the last time we were at Innisfree.
Yeah, I love being here at Innisfree in Tuscaloosa. This is really just a great spot. We got the stage. We're like, when you walk through the door, we're kind of like being able to look out. We got Robbie Michael, nephew, and intern extraordinaire here in the house, and also freshman at Alabama. So we'll get that campus vibe as well. It feels like yesterday I was a freshman at Alabama.
Oh yeah, he's got it made. He just doesn't know it.
He doesn't realize it yet. He doesn't smile enough. I'd be smiling every second of the day.
Yeah,
Since you're talking about, we can't stop smiling.
Cheeks would be sore.
That's exactly it. Well, talking about sore cheeks, Bama lost 40-35 to Vandy last week.
Yeah, my cheeks weren't sore on Sunday.
Those
I promise you that.
Wrong cheeks. I'm just trying to figure out what in the world happened.
But I took that game for granted as well. I think along with everybody else. I watched Vandy play Missouri last week prior to us playing. I just watched a rerun, and I quickly realized that was a team that had the potential to have a consistent offense. And by that, I mean, if they know what they're going to get on defense, they're going to be able to execute, take care of their assignments and be consistent and completing balls and running the ball where they have leverage and they have numbers. They got a lot of guys. They're not the most talented team in the world, but they've got players that will execute the play called and they will get it done. It's easier said than done, to call a play and know it's going to be open and actually execute it. I think we got a little bit different weekend here with South Carolina. I don't think they're quite that team, but after last weekend and my predictions last weekend, I'm not taking anybody for granted anymore.
You ate the rat poison.
Yeah, I did. I needed to step on one of those traps.
You remember with the Hassan, the guy that owned Live Oak, where we did the show last week? He texted me. He's like, "How did you know?" I said, "I didn't know. I just knew that Vanderbilt was a much better football team than people thought." And I also felt like we kind of walked into a little bit of a hangover trap type situation.
Oh, I think we definitely did. I think with the youth that we have on this team, it's hard not to believe you're as good as what everybody says. But now I think we have an understanding of, our ceiling, and we have an understanding of our floor. We can lose to anybody.
Mm-hmm.
At Alabama, I've got respect for Vandy, but it's not okay to lose to Vandy when you're Alabama. That's just we hadn't lost to them in 40 years. That says enough in itself. And so when you lose to Vandy, that's got to be a wake-up call.
Yeah.
These guys within the building need to be angry. There needs to be some correction there. And there needs to be a new level of intensity no matter who we're playing, especially this weekend.
I'm with you 100%. Bama just wasn't ready to be number one. And that was one of the questions that I asked you last week. I said, in our whole panel, Clint and whoever was up here, I said, are they ready to be number one? Getting to number one is one thing, right? Being number one and holding on to number one is completely different.
Well, there's a lot of teams that have the talent to be number one. Talent only takes you so far. And when people used to ask me, is Alabama going to win the national championship this year? And that was, during the Saban era. I'd say, well, we'll get to the playoff and see what kind of leaders we have, because when you have leadership and you have guys that are have one common goal and one common focus and there's nothing that's going to get in the way of winning that championship, that's when you got a team that's capable of winning one. And again, I think we got a lot of youth out there, a lot of guys that don't understand what it takes to win a national championship. And that's no shot at them. I think you gotta take a few losses before you understand what it takes and what kind of focus that takes. And so, look, I think in the long run this will probably be good for us. I hate to see us lose to Vandy, but this could be like one of those Coach Saban teams that loses early, like that Ole Miss loss we had in 2015. Where it corrects itself, it gets us on the right track.
Hanging out here at Innisfree in Tuscaloosa, drinking a cold Yingling and maybe taking a shot of Screwball peanut butter whiskey. But they bring you the remote every time that we're here. And I'll tell you what, maybe we can get Tripp to bring the shot ski back over. And we can do some shots of Screwball. We did that. Did you? Yeah. You didn't like the shot ski. You don't want to coordinate your shot taking.
No. I've gotten old enough to realize that's not the best way to go.
Hey guys, Jake's got some of these New Life Art prints, and I'm sure he'll be signing some of those. But go to newlifeart.com right now. Take care of our discount. Pimp the man cave out with some of these great Daniel Art, more art picks. I got these right here showing you guys on YouTube. But 20% off when you use the promo code Bama Tailgate. So when you think about the classics, that covers the classics. The new releases, it doesn't. But 20% off newlifeart.com. The Bama Insider Tailgate Show is brought to you by Pearl River Resort in Choctaw. Now's a great time to make your picks count at the Timeout Sports Lounge and Sportsbook. When we come back, Jake and I will talk more about this Alabama football game, and we'll do it right here on the Bama Football Tailgate Show.
Flight by Yuengling is the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yuengling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yuengling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling & Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
Score big at Floribama's Old River Grill with our great game menu. Grab your friends and watch the game on one of our 30-plus TVs. Our game day menu is full of flavor, from fried green beans to cowboy caviar and game day staples like the buffalo chicken sandwich, traditional jumbo chicken wings, Southwest egg rolls, and the chips and dip trio. Wash it all down with a bucket of beer or one of our many drink specials. Bring your friends and family for game day and join us at Floribama Old River Grill. For more info, visit our website at floribamaoldrivergrill.com.
Unique on the Strip. It's the best place to watch sports.
You're not even kidding. 11 TVs, NFL and MLB package, NHL, EPL, and so much more. If you want a game, they have it.
Now they're doing weekly NFL Pick'em, winners every Sunday, and grand prizes on Super Bowl Sunday.
And we haven't even mentioned the drink specials.
Of course they have daily drink specials. You can see them on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at Unique T-Town every day.
Unique on the Strip, the best place to watch sports in Tuscaloosa.
Hey y'all, I'm Steve Azar inviting you to escape to Pearl River Resort where the fun is going non-stop. Enjoy gaming excitement and catch the thrill of the big win. After the thrills, test your skills at the Dancing Rabbit Golf Club. There's dining delight and love at first sight. And it's always no work and all play at Silver Star and Golden Moon Casinos. So come on, leave it all behind and head to Pearl River Resort.
Autumn brings vivid colors to the back roads and hollows of Sevierville, Tennessee. Wind your way to quaint country churches, a historic covered bridge, and even a pick-your-own apple orchard. This fall, the best views are yours on Sevierville's Rocky Flats Fall Driving Tour. Learn more and find additional fall drives to enjoy at visitsevierville.com/fall.
Gary Allen in concert.
Every storm runs that rain.
Gary Allen.
I'm just sitting
live
here watching airplanes.
Saturday, October 12th at Pearl River Resort Silver Star Convention Center. Tickets on sale now at pearlriverresort.com.
Yeah, that's right where I need to be.
Don't miss Gary Allen. Live.
Who doesn't love a good Bloody Mary come game day? We set out to make the best tasting, the savory, spicy, and southern. So as my song goes, call it an early weekend and sip on my signature blend. I don't have to be me till Monday Bloody Mary mix. So leave it all behind and head on over to Pearl River Resort, exclusively at their restaurants, bars, and award-winning Dancing Rabbit Golf Club. This weekend, just say, I'll have what Steve's having.
'Cause I don't have to be me till Monday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Football is back, and no one does it better than the Sportsbook at Golden Moon Casino. This season, you can watch the games with nothing on the line. Boring. Or you can make a play in the starting lineup. The Sportsbook at Golden Moon Casino puts you into the big plays with big bets and big wins, making every game more exciting than ever. It's time for the sports glory you deserve without breaking a sweat. The Sportsbook at Golden Moon Casino. Play the game. Must be 21.
Back on the original Bama Football Tailgate Show, getting you set for the Crimson Tide and the South Carolina Gamecocks, and we appreciate all of you guys for hanging out with us. Like and subscribe if you're watching on the Bama Tailgate YouTube channel. We got Big Sexy Elmo coming up later on in the show. We'll have our gating and grilling segment with Taylor Hicks, who was with us last week. I went to dinner with Taylor Hicks and Chris Stewart.
How did that go, by the way? I never asked you.
It was expensive. But it was
Y'all
worth
probably
it.
had fun. That was prior to the game. So yeah.
You know, like I'm looking out, and I've got like the view of Nashville. I was like, man, when this bill comes, whew, it's going to hit hard. But it was worth it.
I mean, you know, when he was on the show last week, and he said, yeah, only there's 25,000 capacity, and they're doing construction during football season. I was like, you know, in my head, I'm just like, man, it'd be embarrassing to lose people that don't take football serious.
I know. I mean, do you remember that movie Revenge of the Nerds?
Oh yeah.
I've gotten the meme of John Goodman giving the "You guys just got your whooped by a bunch of nerds." If you know, send me that. I'm now on to watch the movie, but I'm still trying to figure out what happened in Nashville, I asked you that last segment. I'll tell you my thoughts. We didn't take them seriously. I don't think that Vanderbilt's a better team than Alabama. I don't think we'd lose to them again. I just think that was the perfect storm of things that could happen bad when you buy into the rat poison. And the funny thing is that the guy that warned us about rat poison was part of the rat poison. He said, hey, Vanderbilt's the one place you don't have to worry about playing on the road.
Man, when they played that on the big board after they beat us, I was like, oh, you got to be kidding me.
You know he hated that.
Oh, you know he hated that.
Yeah, and they still, look, Coach Saban, I got to give him some
But
some
I mean,
credit.
we did. You look at the TV broadcast, we filled up 75% of the stadium. I mean, it's like,
what's happening
I mean,
here?
they rushed the field, and it looked like one of those half-inhabited ant beds. You know, it's like just like. There's a few ants here and there. It wasn't all that lively.
No, I know. They marched the goalposts all the way down the Broadway. I'm sure it was hard finding enough people to do that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, those guys, they showed up for the second half after a tutoring session, you know?
How healthy is Bama coming into this game? You know that Kobe Prentice kind of had the collision and got knocked out of the game. And then Kendrick Law, we didn't see him because, he was hurt in the Georgia game. Both of those guys practiced. But I feel like Bama was a little banged up, too, probably more than they would have let on after that Georgia win.
Yeah, I think so. And those receivers, Kobe Prentice and Kendrick Law, you got to have those seasoned veteran receivers, especially for those intermediate timing routes. I think you saw a little bit of that with that curl route, that pick six. Again, you'll never hear me say that I don't believe and think Ryan Williams is going to be one of the best receivers to ever come out of Alabama. I mean, this is just a minor, I guess, coaching point, but the timing seemed a little off on that pick six. It didn't seem to me that Ryan, stuck his foot in the ground and came back to the football. I think it kind of created that batted ball situation. And that's part of the game. It's part of learning. He's 17 years old, and we just got to get that timing down. And that's something that you get with some of the older receivers. It's a key part of moving the chains. And so I think it'll be big for us to get them back. And, again, having said that, Ryan Williams is an explosive playmaker, going to be, in my opinion, one of the most decorated and best receivers to ever come out of Alabama. It's just one of those growing pain issues, and he's got a ceiling that I don't even know where that is. I think we're going to find out, in 3 years, really how good he is. I think we're just scratching the surface now. But again, those older receivers, we got to get on the same page. We got to understand the timing angles and just clean it up a little bit.
Jay Coker, Mick Gillispie here on the Bama Football Tailgate Show. And for those of you that are hanging out with us on the Bama Tailgate YouTube channel, thank you so much. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Question on here, when are you going back to Old River Grill? We're going to be back Orange Beach next week for the Tennessee show. And we will be there. But we're actually going to be at Coastal, which is the Floor Bama's restaurant right there in Orange Beach. So check the Bama Tailgate Football channel or, my Instagram or social medias for all the information. But we'll be there next week. We'll be at Unique on the Strip for the game after that, and then we're kind of figuring out the schedule.
Yeah, even if you're not there to see us, the view at Coastal is worth going no matter what.
Man, you're right.
I mean, that place is unbelievable.
No doubt, man. All right, is the defense in trouble, Jake?
No. I have a lot of belief in Kane Womack. I think he's going to do a great job. First year, I think everybody's getting on the same page. I do think, we could mix it up a little bit. I think when you play teams like Vanderbilt, like I mentioned before, a team that's very consistent, again, I think they don't match up with us talent-wise, but it is a consistent football team. They understand what they need to do to win football games, and if you do give them a lot of the same looks, then they're going to execute and get the job done. They got a coaching staff that's creative and finding different ways to attack the same defense. I think, they did a great job of it. I think a lot of times we executed pretty well, but they called a lot of great plays. When you know what a defense is going to do, it makes it a lot easier on the players. I always, when we played Michigan State, for example, in the first round of the playoff, I mean, it was cover three or quarters, and if it was play action pass, the backers were very aggressive to play the run game, and it left especially the slot receiver in a one-on-one situation with a safety. I knew that every play action, every play, you knew what they were in, and it made it very easy to complete balls. And so you just got to mix it up a little bit, especially when you're playing a team that's consistent on offense.
Tough one. I mean, really a tough one last week, but getting past that is going to be what Alabama's looking forward to today. I mean, the fact that you get to play at 11 a.m., I mean, you want that. I mean, you have a loss like this. You guys lost to Ole Miss. And then I'm sure that next game you couldn't wait to get back out there again.
Oh, yeah, I think these guys are going to come out with their hair on fire. I don't think it matters who we play this week. I think the motivation is going to be there. I think guys are going to be focused. You know, you hear some things about, you know, there being a little friction here and there. I think that's a great thing. I think guys need to iron out all the issues, all the problems, all the concerns, you know, just air it out between coaches, players, everybody, and get on the same page. At this point, it's you against the world, and you don't want to be remembered as that team that falls apart at Alabama. You know, when that happens, I'd say, you know, there's probably not going to be reunions. There's not going to be celebrations of your team. I mean, you want to create a legacy here, and you got to get on the right track, and this week should start that.
Yeah, and you've been part of some of those reunions. The 2014 team came back this year. You were out on the field for the second game of the season with your teammates that won the SEC. And then I'm sure next year you'll be back.
We got
with
one
the
next year. You know, it's a good feeling to come back and know that you left your mark on the university that you attended, and it means a lot to me. Next year I plan on bringing my daughter. It's going to be something I think she'll be of age where she can remember and start realizing, you know, the history at Alabama and the small role I had in it. But, you know, we sit there and we watch that Vandy game, especially towards the end. You watch Malachi Moore have his situation, if that's what you want to call it. Obviously unacceptable, but, you know, at the same time, I am appreciative of the anger and the frustration because it means a lot to him, and he's going to have a legacy at Alabama. Is his legacy going to be we lost to Vandy and then tank the rest of the season, or, you know, is he going to air it out with his teammates, get after his players and hold them accountable, and get us on the right track? He's a captain, man. He's got his hands in this as much as anybody else, and so I think he realizes his responsibilities, and he doesn't want to be that team that's forgotten.
I do a show with you each week on the Cover Crimson YouTube channel. We have a great time doing it. We're over 100 episodes, by the way, which is crazy to think about. And I do one with Mike Johnson called the All-American Report. And Mike, you know, he was like, he was fine with giving Malachi Moore a mulligan and appreciated his apology and all that, but he said he should have been suspended. I think that Mike's perspective is he just doesn't want to see things revert back to the way they were when he got to Alabama, and you saw a lot more of that than when Saban took over, because he was part of that you know, really the first championship class, but also the transition.
Yeah.
And I worry about the same things. I guess just being older and being around a little bit, you know, like we both like Malachi Moore. I mean, let's throw it out there. We like him. Like, this isn't a criticism of him. Nobody wanted him kicked off the team. You know, maybe a timeout sends a message to the team, or maybe he went in there and whatever he said or did convinced everybody that he knew he made a mistake. That's unbecoming of our program. That's the point that I look at, but I still like the guy a whole lot, man.
Well, look, when you look at guys and evaluate them on and off the field, Malachi Moore has not been a guy who's gotten in trouble off the field. He's stayed loyal to Alabama. He's helped this new coaching staff recruit and hold this roster together. I mean, from all indications, he's a great guy. You know, I mean, he had this mistake, and it was not a good look at all. But there's 2 points here. You know, you gotta leave that up to Kalen DeBoer. He's the head coach. You got to give him that independence to feel out the situation and make the best decision possible for the program in his eyes. And he's the one talking to everybody. He's the one putting this thing together. So, you know, at the end of the day, he's got to make that decision and do what he thinks is best for the team. Malachi Moore, in my opinion, again, done everything he can for Alabama. and I think everybody, fans, teammates, coaches, when a guy, puts his career on the line for Alabama and he makes a mistake, he needs to be held accountable, but we all got to have his back too. He's done so much for this school that you got to respect him and you got to appreciate him. And, nobody's perfect. Everybody makes mistakes. I've had my mistakes. Luckily they were, on the practice field or not, during a game. So I really appreciate Malachi. I want to support him and I want to see him, turn this thing around.
I see some cold Yinglings coming out of the back and sliding on the tables. Don't forget, we're brought to you by Yingling Lager, America's oldest brewery. Our friend Cheryl Yingling is an Alabama grad. She's from Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Could have went to Penn State with the rest of the family, but she chose to roll Tide, and she puts a little bit of Crimson Love in each one of those green bottles. All right, final question on this is simple. Can Alabama get back today to being Alabama? And what's it going to take?
I think so. This is, to me, a good game to get back. Again, I watched. It wasn't the best look for South Carolina. I watched them play Ole Miss. Obviously not a good showing. And again, I don't want to talk trash about another team again. I remember what happened last week.
I feel like you learned your lesson.
Yeah. But to me, you got
humbled with the team.
Well, they got a freshman quarterback. To me, they don't seem very consistent on offense. I think even if they do have good looks, they don't really execute all the time. And so I think it's going to be a better look for our defense. I think defensively, a lot of zone. They play very little man. I saw it when they did play man. They got busted on a double move last week. Very good. They play a lot of zone, 2 high quarters, quarter halves, cover 3. When they are in quarters, those safeties seem to be pretty aggressive. So I look for a couple double moves, on that inside slot guide for a touchdown. Hopefully, I'm going to call that one out right now.
Call it out.
But no, I think we get the ball moving. I think we play fast this morning, and I'm excited.
Yep, Alabama and South Carolina, 11 o'clock. Thank all of you guys for hanging out with us on the Bama Football Tailgate Show, brought to you by Pearl River Resort. All right, we're at Innisfree in Tuscaloosa. When we come back, we got the man, the myth, the legend himself, Mr. Brett Elmore, or the guy that we know as Biggs. More of the Tailgate Show right after this.
Alabama Pals, People Against a Littered State, is a statewide organization that has many programs that can benefit your county, school, city, or community. The Alabama Adopt a Mile program, the Don't Drop It on Alabama Spring Cleanup, the Alabama Coastal Cleanup, and the Alabama Clean Campus program are all programs available to you and your groups. Join with Alabama Pals and let's all do our part in making Alabama truly Alabama the Beautiful. For more information, go to alpals.org. Sponsored by Alabama Pals, ALDOT, the ABA, and this station.
Is your business facing new challenges such as higher employee wages and lower workforce participation? Luckily, there's a local solution. As your Alabama Career Center system, we make running your business easier. We assist both small and large businesses throughout the state. To take advantage of all we offer, visit your local center or find us online at labor.alabama.gov. Brought to you by this station and the Alabama Broadcasters Association, an equal opportunity employer. Auxiliary aids and services available upon request to individuals with disabilities.
We know texting and driving is dangerous and tailgating causes crashes. We know that road rage doesn't get us down the road faster. So let's all help each other and focus on driving safely, especially around work zones. Speeding or any other dangerous driving moves through a work zone will cost you double the normal fine. Save your money and possibly save your life or the life of a road worker. Slow down, put away the phone, and enjoy the ride. For more information, visit drivesafealabama.org. Sponsored by ALDOT, ALEA, the ABA, and this station.
Work is a part of all of us. We know that the world around us has changed, and that's why the Alabama Department of Labor is here to get you back to working hard. Work is a part of all of us. Let us help you get back to it by visiting your local career center or alabamaworks.alabama.gov. Funding provided by the USDOL, ETA, and Federal WIOA, and Equal Opportunity Employer Program. Auxiliary aids and services available upon request. Brought to you by this station and the Alabama Broadcasters Association.
Coach Nick Saban Helping children is very important to Miss Terry and me. As parents, it saddens us to know that there are more than 5,000 children in foster care in Alabama. These children need loving, nurturing families to care for them. We ask you to join the team and become champions for children by opening your heart, opening your home, and becoming a foster or adoptive parent.
For more information, call 1-866-4AL-KIDS. Sponsored by the Alabama Department of Human Resources, Alabama Broadcasters Association, and this station.
Wake up and text. Text and eat. Text and meet up with a friend you haven't seen in forever.
Hi.
Oh, hey. Text and complain that they're on their phone the whole time. Text and listen to them complain that you're on your phone the whole time. Text and whatever. But when you get behind the wheel, give your phone to a passenger. Put it in the glove box. Just don't text and drive. Visit StopTextsStopWrecks.org. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
You can now do more without it costing you more. Alabama's attractions have come together to offer the all-in-one ticket that downloads to your mobile device. No matter how many attractions listed on the ticket you see during the time span you bought, your price stays the same. Pick the right ticket option that best fits your schedule, and then enjoy more attractions without spending more. All-in-one tickets for different areas of Alabama are available at alabama.travel and other places where online tickets are sold. Brought to you by the Alabama Tourism Department, the ABA, and this station.
Do you know the facts about Mpox? The most visual symptom of Mpox is a rash. The rash can be preceded by fever, headache, muscle aches, backaches, swollen lymph nodes, chills, exhaustion, and a cough. Symptoms start within 3 weeks of exposure to the virus. If you are at higher risk, protect yourself by avoiding close skin-to-skin contact with people and get vaccinated. To learn more about Mpox and determine if you are at risk, visit alabamapublichealth.gov/Mpox. Sponsored by the Alabama Public Health Department, ABA, and this station.
All right, back on the original Bama Football Tailgate Show, hanging out with you in Tuscaloosa from right here at Innisfree, which is really a great place. Love having everybody in here with us. Roll Tide, everybody, as we talk Jay Coker and Mick Gillispie. But now it's time for the man, the myth, and the legend himself to join us. We turn things over to Big Sexy Elmer. Obviously, that.
They call him Big Sexy. Coming at you from the Walker County. Jasper is his hometown. He's known for giving free rundowns. Oh, Big Sexy. Throwing out those Alabama thoughts. Sneaking out your mom's window without getting caught. Nick gives you the XPs, but Big Elmo is here to please. Big Sexy Elmo on the Bama Tailgate Show.
What a grand entrance there for Big Sexy Elmo. What's up, dude?
What's going on, fellas? How are you?
I think we're good, man. How about you?
Good. I hate these early morning kickoffs. Jake, what was your favorite time to kick off a ball game?
2:30 or 6. You know, you got time to wake up and kind of get in the groove. You got time to go over the film one more time and talk it over, and it's not too late. We played Ole Miss here at 8 o'clock. That might have been the worst kickoff time.
You don't like the late kickoff?
8 o'clock is the worst.
I agree with you. I didn't like the 8 o'clocks either.
If there was a 4 o'clock kickoff time, that would be perfect.
Your kickoff, that game you're talking about against Ole Miss, I had to do the radio show back then on the station here, but it was the post game to the post game, so I had to wait for Crimson Tide Sports Network to finish. I got home at like 3 a.m, so I didn't like that. The cover Crimson post game.
The drive from here to Fairhope?
No. Back when I lived here, when you were playing, I lived over in Taylorville, and I had to leave in the fourth quarter, get over to the station, and then wait for Crimson Tide Sports Network to finish their thing, and then I would do ours, and it stunk. That's why I like on Cover Crimson on YouTube. I mean, we're on like right after the game's over.
Yeah, 8 o'clock kickoff is just way too late for everybody.
Stinks.
What time did you normally have to get up? I mean, what time did your day start with the 11 o'clock kicks?
I think we got up at 6:30. I want to say 6:30, and then Coach Saban made us walk around the Capstone Hotel at 7. That was always real fun.
Like inside there?
No, outside. We just had to take a
outside.
lap. Yeah, wake everybody up.
Really? I guess that you guys probably look cool doing that. How do you look cool doing a lap around your hotel?
Look like a kindergarten class.
Yeah, you're like the door holder. Who was the door holder that morning? Jake and Mick too. But taking a look at, of course, we got to put Vanderbilt behind us. How does it affect you, Jake, as a quarterback when you have an offensive game plan and you go in and you get hit over the head so fast like Vanderbilt did us? You would think that Alabama was going to come in and maybe try to establish the run, but when you're playing from behind, that just disrupts everything.
Yeah, when it was that early though, we still had plenty of time, and I thought when I'm watching that game, especially that drive we had there at the end of the first half, I'm thinking, all right, we're back in the groove, we're down 6. Here we go. Now we're going to start playing Alabama football, get some stops, and ultimately win by 2 or 3 touchdowns. And when you can't get off the field on defense, man, that is so frustrating. It just seems you got them in third down situations. And I never experienced when I was at Alabama. I mean, if somebody tried to run between the tackles, it just wasn't happening. And just to watch them be able to dominate us up front was probably the toughest thing to watch. And I say dominate us up front. They got some movement. I think our guys. I think our heads were on a swivel. I don't think we really dominated our boxes. I think we were overthinking things. I don't think we were being decisive, and I think that allowed for them to push us around a little bit. But when you can't get somebody off the field and you can't stop them from running the ball, it's going to be a long day no matter who you're playing.
I think they were 12 for 18 on third down.
Yeah, nobody likes that stat, Brett.
No, nobody likes that stat at all.
I think everybody knows that stat by now.
We're very aware of that.
That wasn't a shot at you. It's just that's been the overarching theme since last Saturday.
I think I'm just still pissed off about the game, and it's been a week. I don't know. But anyway.
Hey, I hope that's the same feeling in Mal Moore practice facility. I hope everybody's on that same page. I hope everybody's holding each other accountable, and I don't want us to forget this game. You got to be reminded that you can lose to anybody.
Yeah. Trust me, we're not. But anyway, roll tide, guys. Have fun at Innisfree.
Thanks, man. You're not going to give us any facts about Columbia, South Carolina?
Yeah, I was waiting for some intellectual conversation here.
I'm sorry I didn't bring the goods. I mean, Columbia, South Carolina, who cares about that dump?
That's who we're playing today.
Yeah. That's where South Carolina is located. Welcome to T-Town, South Carolina. I hope your day's not spent very well here.
All right, Brett, you're getting on that rat poison train here.
Yeah,
it's time to roll, guys. It's time to roll.
Okay. All right, Big Sexy Elmo, thank you for hanging out with us. And guys, don't forget that we're at Innisfree, and we want you to swing by here and hang out, get some Yinglings. We're going to do a screwball shot before we leave with Tripp. We've invited Tripp Rogers, the owner of this fine establishment, to join us on the air. If there's a guy that did you ever see, with Starsky and Hutch, and you have like that, the guy that they would go to find out what's happening on the streets, right? He's that guy in Tuscaloosa. Wouldn't you say?
Tripp was built to own Innisfree.
We're having a good time here, and we appreciate all of you guys. Brought to you by Pearl River Resort and Yuengling Lager and Screwball. And we're going to talk more about Alabama when we come back. But when we do return, it's going to be time for our Gating and Grilling segment. Jake, I got a special gift from Carl the Cook Lewis from John Boy and Billy Grilling Sauces.
He sent me a Traeger grill.
You got a care package. Do you like care? Do you care for a care package?
Hey, I'll never say no to a care package.
I've never seen you say no to free stuff. We got some of it coming right after this.
Hey guys, look at me. Now look at yourselves. I make the big plays and the big games. You don't. Yeah, you would have made All-State if Coach put you in. Keep telling that story, or you can actually play the game. The sportsbook at Golden Moon Casino puts you in the starting lineup. I'll still be making the plays, you'll be making the bets, and finally getting the sports glory you deserve. The sportsbook at Golden Moon Casino. Play the game.
Peanut butter whiskey? Why the hell not? A little salty, a little sweet, a little savory, and always smooth. Screwball, the original peanut butter whiskey that's unexpectedly delicious. Visit screwballwhiskey.com to learn more. That's Screwball with a K. Enjoy responsibly.
In the heart of Orange Beach, Alabama, directly on the Gulf of Mexico, you'll find your new favorite place to dine with family and friends, Coastal Orange Beach. It's the ultimate dining experience with incredible beach views, and we're now serving breakfast on the beach. We open daily at 8 a.m., so be sure to join us for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Coastal Orange Beach is quickly becoming the place that locals love and a destination for anyone visiting the Gulf Coast. We can't wait to see you on the beach. CoastalOrangeBeach.com.
Yingling, America's oldest brewery, has been making beer in America for 6 generations. And for nearly 200 years, we've been all about bringing the good times. By hand, by foot, by bike, by bikers, by fanny pack or jetpack, by whatever means necessary. With Yingling Traditional Lager, good times taste even better. Yingling, bring the goods.
Tuscaloosa is Alabama's ultimate sports destination and a place for outdoor enthusiasts to thrive. It's a community rooted in history and one that's on the cusp of a burgeoning art scene too. Tuscaloosa is vibrant, it's charming, and it's familiar. Its people welcome you with open arms and warm hellos into a community that's tied together. Tuscaloosa is our home.
Hey y'all, I'm Steve Azar inviting you to escape to Pearl River Resort where the fun is going non-stop. Enjoy gaming excitement and catch the thrill of the big win. After the thrills, test your skills at the Dancing Rabbit Golf Club. There's dining delight and love at first sight. And it's always no work and all play at Silver Star and Golden Moon Casinos. So come on, leave it all behind and head to Pearl River Resort.
Immerse yourself in the continuing dynasty of Alabama football with The Legacy Continues, a visually striking image from artist Daniel A. Moore. This sequel to Moore's 1992 sold-out painting, The Crimson Legacy, features iconic moments and memorabilia from the last 30 seasons of Tide football. Don't miss your opportunity to own this lasting tribute sure to be cherished by Bama fans for years to come. Pre-order The Legacy Continues now at DanielMooreArt.com.
Check out Pawn Royale at 1019 McFarland Boulevard in Northport. The summer season is almost over. Time to go to Pawn Royale and find some amazing deals. Right now, our lawn and gardening inventory must go. That includes mowers, trimmers, blowers, chainsaws, you name it. Pawn Royale has deals on everything. Many items at cost or less. If you're in the market, come make a deal. That's Pawn Royale, 1019 McFarland Boulevard in Northport.
Peanut butter whiskey? Why the hell not? A little salty, a little sweet, a little savory, and always smooth. Screwball, the original peanut butter whiskey that's unexpectedly delicious. Visit screwballwhiskey.com to learn more. That's Screwball with a K. Enjoy responsibly.
You say Rammer, Jammer, Yellow Hammer, Alabama, Roll Tide Roll.
Hey everybody, I'm Kevin Sport, and welcome back to Gating and Grilling. We got a really special episode for you guys today. We're here at Kimbrough's Pickin' Parlor. We got Taylor, we got Carl, we got the grill fired up, and we're in Franklin, Tennessee, so y'all stay with us.
Hey y'all, what's up? Carl the cook here.
Hey.
North Carolina Barbecue Pitmaster.
Hey Carl, I might be late, but that doesn't mean I'm not hungry.
There you go, brother.
What are we cooking today?
Touchdown taters.
Touchdown!
Touchdown taters.
Taters!
And here's the thing, pro tip. Prepare at home before you go to the big game, tailgating. It makes it much easier. You won't forget anything. What we got is hash browns, patty, cream cheese mixture, cheese, Conecuh sausage, jalapeno pepper, bacon, and green onions to finish it off with John Boy and Billy's sweet and mild grilling sauce. Flavor, brother.
And it's like a loaded baked potato, but only a little bit smaller.
It's going to be as good as some of your songs.
Touchdown tater.
Let's go put them on the grill.
All right. Touchdown taters.
All the way.
Let's take a minute to talk about our friends at D Community and the weekly Parlay Challenge. Kevin and the guys are awesome on Gaten and Grilling. You know that. But what everyone needs to know is there's a really fun hidden part, which is the Parlay Challenge. Basically, each week, everyone needs to pick their winner and total points to get an entry in the weekly challenge. And there's lots of prizes. We do best picks and random prizes drawn from everyone who entered. Plus, there's a leaderboard. So if you do it each week, there'll be season prizes, and those who play each week will have better chances to win those prizes. So scan the QR code or the link on the YouTube bio, or go to dcommunity.io and you will see the tailgate promo. That's it. Have fun and good luck and roll Tide.
Hey, everybody. We're always having a blast here at Gaten and Grilling and always having a good time, but we would be remiss to not discuss all of the hurricanes and the devastation that Milton and Helene has done. And you know, being from the South, and most of us being from the South, we really do want to make sure that we get as much aid to those that are affected by these hurricanes as we can.
No, absolutely. I mean, Taylor, it's been in the back of all of our minds every day since this happened. You're going to hear a song in a minute called Good Morning Jesus. It's a prayer song that I wrote, and it's on this album that I've got coming out called Alabama Soul. And as a small gesture, getting this thing started, all the proceeds from the download of Good Morning Jesus will go to the work that Samaritan's Purse has been doing in the wake of these events. They've just been outstanding.
We're thinking about all those that are affected.
Hi, my name's Grace with Samaritan's Purse, an international Christian relief organization based in Boone, North Carolina, which is actually where I'm standing right now and where our U.S. disaster relief is set up to respond to Hurricane Helene. We have 2 response sites in Florida, 1 in Georgia, and 3 up here in the high country of Western North Carolina, also serving Tennessee. So disaster relief for Samaritan's Purse looks like practical help for homeowners who are suffering after this disaster. I encourage you to go on to SamaritansPurse.org and see all of the ways that we're helping after Hurricane Helene. Maybe you want to get involved. If you want to be one of those volunteers, we have people who come out from all over the country. So come on out here, either to the high country or to the south, maybe wherever's closest to you, and think about serving your neighbors in this really tough time.
Good morning, Jesus. Good morning, Jesus. I want to start this day off right while my mind is clear. You're the only reason that I pray. 'Cause I fell in love with your story along the way. Good morning, Jesus. Good morning, Jesus. Oh, I won't share a smile even when I hurt. I want to be able to find a kind word for a stranger today. Oh, Lord, I pray. I want to give that dollar when it don't make sense. Want to find my way to forgiveness that you know, yeah, you know I need it too. You know I want to stand up or stand down as long as I'm standing with you. Good morning, Jesus.
Oh, good morning, Jesus.
Carl.
Yeah,
what's up,
man.
Taylor?
How about those touchdown taters?
Kevin. How are you, brother?
I'm with you. I'm
All
with
right.
you now. I'm
Doctor,
in the right place.
doctor these things up.
Coming.
What
is
have we got here?
This is the cream cheese mixture, man. It's got John Moore and Billy pork rub, John Moore and Billy chicken rub,
Wow.
So
diced
you got-
jalapenos, diced Conecuh sausage,
so chicken and pork rub.
and pork rub, diced jalapeno, diced Conecuh.
So that's your own cream cheese spread right there.
This is my own cream
And you
cheese.
can doctor it however you want to,
Every
right?
what you want to put in, your favorite rub or whatever you want to do, that's
Wow.
what you can do.
Man.
And once this goes down, I'm gonna come on top of it with a slice of Conecuh.
How much Conecuh do you put on top of it?
I'm gonna just do one piece, man. It's just a tailgate. It's light. You don't want to be heavy. You're out here having
Right.
having a Yingling. You're enjoying the time.
Right.
Yeah, man.
So,
Yeah, man. It's good. Isn't it?
I mean, this
No,
is tailgate
yeah.
food, man. Just pick it up, grab it, and eat it. You know.
Man, you are so creative.
Well, you can see over there too. You got the jalapenos, then you put the cheese. So to give us the order in which they need to go. So you got your cheese spread.
Heat your patty up first. 10 minutes. Now we go with the cheese right on top of that, Taylor.
You know, I keep thinking too about how
Look at
Carl's
this.
always talking about building flavor and I mean, this is like an artist at work.
This is.
You are actually building flavor.
You
it's kind
are.
of like you guys. You know, it's writing a song. Yeah, come
Oh,
with your
man, this is
bacon
great.
bits.
So you throw your bacons on there. You're basically your loaded baked potato. You're just using the hash brown.
Yeah.
Why don't you grab us a beer, man? I got
You know
these
what?
back on. Let
I
this
can
cheese
do
go.
that.
And all these recipes are going to be on the Gate and Grill and Facebook
Yeah,
page.
that's exactly right,
I
Taylor.
love a Yingling too.
Well, ain't nothing like
Cold
Yeah, man.
Yinglings.
Oh, you want one? Oh, okay.
it. Hell yeah, I want one.
Okay. Yeah.
Damn. I've been
So we
around here
put-
cooking and working, and you guys been playing the damn
Now,
guitar.
do we put a little? Do you put a little?
Frig.
Do you put a little sauce on top of that? A little
At
John
the
Boy
end.
Billy sauce.
But at the end, before I put those green
Moral of
onions
the
on
story
Right.
is don't mess with the grill master, right?
That's right.
Cheers.
Don't F with the knife.
Don't forget to check out the Bama Tailgate promo and enter, and good luck. It's a way to build our Bama Tailgate community and also have a really good time doing it. So don't forget to check out thecommunity.io and then scan the QR code or click the link on the YouTube bio. That's all you have to do. But thank you guys for being a part of what we're doing here on the Bama Tailgate Show, and roll tide, everybody.
What's up, fellas?
Oh, man.
Touchdown.
Touchdown taters.
Yeah,
That's
baby.
awesome.
You gotta love it.
Hey, whoa. We need to, share the love.
You want one?
Yeah, I want one.
How about that? That looks good right there, my
Man,
friend.
yeah, thank you. Yes, sir. What a day, man. What a great hang.
Is that a touchdown?
That John Boy and Billy sauce is good on top of it.
That makes it.
This
Yeah.
rocks.
Cheers.
Cheers, fellas.
So we've got South Kakalaki up.
Let's hope it's a little better.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping. It's always good to come off a loss and have a home game.
Bama may need some of these touchdown taters this week after last week.
As long as we can have more touchdown taters than South Carolina at the end of the game, we'll call it a winner.
Absolutely.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
Catch us on another episode of Gating and Grilling next week. Cheers, guys.
Cheers, guys.
Roll
Cheers.
Tide. Let's get a W
Roll
this
Tide.
time.
Roll Tide.
Another great episode of Gating and Grilling. And we do that every week with Taylor Hicks, who was the winner of American Idol and our friend. We hung out with him last week in Nashville. And Kevin Sport, who is with Conecuh Sausage. And also Carl the Cook Lewis.
What you got for
Good
me?
to see you. Good to see you back on stage, bud. Got something for you here. This is from Carl the Cook. It's all the John Boy and Billy grilling sauces.
No, I'll wear that out. I'll use some of that this weekend.
Yeah, look at this stuff. Like, I like the hot stuff right here. But look at that, John Boy and Billy. And I got to tell John Boy, thank you for talking about us on the morning show. You've given us a couple shout outs on his show. So that,
I said they got their picture on the label.
yeah, that's what we need to get to.
They look like they're related to Brett.
Maybe one day we'll be on the label of some hot sauces. You do a lot of cooking at the camp, though. I don't know if will that make it back to Mobile, or is that going to go to the hunting camp right there?
It'll be a little bit of both.
A little bit of both. What's your favorite thing to grill?
Man, if I get going, if I got a long time, I'll throw a brisket on there. Throw it on there for about 12 hours.
Nice. Well, guys, that does it for the first hour of the Bama Football Tailgate Show. It's been fun talking about the Alabama Crimson Tide, but we're going to do more of that, and we're going to do it right when we come back from this next break. And when we do, we'll talk about this Alabama-South Carolina matchup. We got our friend Jimmy Hart from Visit Tuscaloosa is going to join us, and more. More of the original Bama Football Tailgate Show is coming up right after this.
Flight by Yingling. It's the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling & Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
Score big at Floribama's Old River Grill with our great game menu. Grab your friends and watch the game on one of our 30-plus TVs. Our game day menu is full of flavor, from fried green beans to cowboy caviar and game day staples like the buffalo chicken sandwich, traditional jumbo chicken wings, Southwest egg rolls, and the chips and dip trio. Wash it all down with a bucket of beer or one of our many drink specials. Bring your friends and family for game day and join us at Floribama Old River Grill. For more info, visit our website at floribamaoldrivergrill.com.
Unique on the Strip. It's the best place to watch sports.
You're not even kidding. 11 TVs, NFL and MLB package, NHL, EPL, and so much more. If you want a game, they have it.
Now they're doing weekly NFL Pick'em, winners every Sunday, and grand prizes on Super Bowl Sunday.
And we haven't even mentioned the drink specials.
Of course they have daily drink specials. You can see them on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at Unique T-Town every day.
Unique on the Strip. The best place to watch sports in Tuscaloosa.
Hey y'all, I'm Steve Azar, inviting you to escape to Pearl River Resort, where the fun is going non-stop. Enjoy gaming excitement and catch the thrill of the big win. After the thrills, test your skills at the Dancing Rabbit Golf Club. There's dining delight and love at first sight. And it's always no work and all play at Silver Star and Golden Moon Casinos. So come on, leave it all behind and head to Pearl River Resort.
Autumn brings vivid colors to the back roads and hollows of Sevierville, Tennessee. Wind your way to quaint country churches, a historic covered bridge, and even a pick-your-own apple orchard. This fall, the best views are yours on Sevierville's Rocky Flats Fall Driving Tour. Learn more and find additional fall drives to enjoy at visitsevierville.com/fall.
Gary Allen in concert.
Every storm runs that rain.
Gary Allen.
I'm just
live.
Here watching airplanes.
Saturday, October 12th at Pearl River Resort Silver Star Convention Center. Tickets on sale now at pearlriverresort.com.
Yeah, that's right where I need to be.
Don't miss Gary Allen. Live.
Who doesn't love a good Bloody Mary come game day? We set out to make the best tasting, the savory, spicy, and southern. So as my song goes, call it an early weekend and sip on my signature blend. I don't have to be me till Monday Bloody Mary mix. So leave it all behind and head on over to Pearl River Resort, exclusively at their restaurants, bars, and award-winning Dancing Rabbit Golf Club. This weekend, just say, I'll have what Steve's having.
'Cause I don't have to be me till Monday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Football is back, and no one does it better than the Sportsbook at Golden Moon Casino. This season, you can watch the games with nothing on the line. Boring. Or you can make a play in the starting lineup. The Sportsbook at Golden Moon Casino puts you into the big plays with big bets and big wins, making every game more exciting than ever. It's time for the sports glory you deserve without breaking a sweat. The Sportsbook at Golden Moon Casino. Play the game.
Must be 21.
The original Bama Football Tailgate Show is on the air. Alabama football is rolling, and we've got you covered with a breakdown of the game matchup, an SEC preview, and all the fun of an afternoon on the quad with national championship winning quarterback Jake Coker, WJLX radio voice Brett Elmore, and CoverCrimson.com host Mick Gillispie. The Bama Football Tailgate Show is presented to you by Pearl River Resort Casino in Choctaw, Mississippi. Let's play, featuring the Sportsbook at the Timeout Lounge, Dancing Rabbit Golf Course, and celebrating 30 years of excellence. Also brought to you by Yuengling Lager. Yuengling, America's oldest brewery. The only beer you need at a Bama tailgate party. 22 Bills, where the spirit of the athlete meets the art of sustainable living. The Floribama world-famous Beach Bar and Lounge in Orange Beach. Visit Sevierville. Your Smokies start here. Plan your next Smokies adventure at visitsevierville.com. Screwball Peanut Butter Whiskey. Screw the usual. And let's toast a hashtag to the Screwballs every time the tide rolls. R&R Cigars, home of the Alabama Victory Cigar. Unique bar on the Strip, home of the NFL, MLB, Premier League package. Catch all the games at Unique. Visit Tuscaloosa. Not too small, not too big. Tuscaloosa is pronounced just right. Pond Royale, located at 1019 McFarland Boulevard in Northport. Cover Crimson YouTube and CoverCrimson.com. Rolling with the tide 24/7, 365. NewLifeArt.com, publisher of Fine Art Editions by Daniel A. Moore. Use the code Bama Tailgate for amazing deals at NewLifeArt.com. Sticks Tractor and Tree Service in South Alabama. Affordable pricing and customer service guaranteed. Now the host of the Bama Tailgate Show, Mick Gillispie.
All right, second hour of the Bama Tailgate Show. Hanging out here at Innisfree, getting you ready for Alabama and South Carolina, the Gamecocks and the Tide, as the Crimson Tide hope to rebound after last week's disappointing loss to the Vanderbilt Commodores and start to show that supremacy again. They got Alabama 6 national championships under Nick Saban and really the status of being the dynasty that college football all wants to try to emulate. Thanks for hanging out with us. Those shows brought to you by Pearl River Resort, also presented by Visit Sevierville. And now's a great time to visit the Smokies. And you know that area is suffering from the storms that took place, the hurricane and the floods. Visit Sevierville.com. Get up there and help support the Smokies. It didn't quite get that far, but in that area, I mean, they took some real damage. Visit Sevierville.com/fall. We're also trying to help raise money for Samaritan's Purse so that we can help, the people in the mountains bounce back. And I thought that Kevin Sport and those guys did a great job of promoting that on our Gating and Grilling segment. All right, with that said, it is great to talk with Jimmy Hart, who is our friend with Jay Coker and me from right here in Tuscaloosa. Great to see you, man. How you been?
Great to be here. Well, all of the bad things that have happened didn't happen in Tuscaloosa.
That's right.
So here in town, things are going great.
Yeah. And I mean, it's the best thing about being here is that we've always been a community that supports everybody. You know, and Tuscaloosa's been that way. We had the tornadoes, and I took a week off of work from baseball and came out here and volunteered with Coach Saban, and we went all over the place, and it was like people were from all over the country were coming here to help us rebuild our area, you know, and so I mean, I think that's what makes us such a fantastic place.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. You know, we saw it more, what I'm about to say, we experienced more with Helene than here with Milton. But as we saw Georgia, North Carolina, you know, that area really take it, we did have a lot of people who were avoiding the hurricane, evacuating from their homes, who were coming to or through Tuscaloosa and stopped in at the visitor center, especially folks that had RVs and, you know, it was easy to pick up and go. But there's a lot to be said for the power of hospitality right now, particularly with all these people who are really just looking for someone to extend a hand. And Tuscaloosa is as good at that as anywhere in the country.
Yeah, well, I love to hear you say that because I agree with you 100%. But good to see you again, man. We feel like we're back home because we're back home again.
Absolutely.
And there's so much going on here in Tuscaloosa. You feel like you're back home again?
I feel like I'm at a home away from home. And it's good. You know, I drove in today and there's still a buzz around this place. Although we had that tough loss last weekend, people love Alabama. You know, whether the team's undefeated or we have a tough loss, there's a big buzz around here. Everybody's still excited, still believes in this team, and just loves being in this city. I think everybody comes here and they have a homey feel. Just the people are so great. The people have a lot of pride in this city, love the school, and that's what makes Tuscaloosa so special to me. It's just a different kind of community, and when you come here, especially as a recruit, you feel that. I remember when I was coming out of high school, and I loved Florida State. I loved my time there, but my recruiting visit at Florida State and Alabama were much different. Everywhere I went, people were so welcoming. You know, wanted you to come to Alabama, wanted to support you, and of course it helps when you're walking around with Coach Saban. You know, everybody's cheering for him. So
yeah, right.
My experience may have been a little diluted on my recruiting trip, but I always felt that when I was here, and I love this place.
Jimmy's job is to make sure that everybody gets that feeling wherever they might be listening, right? And I think Tuscaloosa is an easy sell. I mean, that's my nephew from Baltimore. He's a freshman here, Jimmy. So I put the squeeze on him. Don't call me and ask me where to go to college if you don't want to come right here. Isn't that what I said to you? And was I right? Damn right I was. Jimmy, tell him what else he can do here.
Well, you know, speed never slumps, and neither does great food, cold beers, good art, great music. We've got all of that here in town. So we know we've got a winning program. We know we've got a great tradition. But even if you're not coming here for game day on Saturday, or even if it's not right in the middle of football season, listen, we're going to show you a great time from your biscuits and gravy in the morning all the way to that last nightcap.
I like the sound of that. I know Jake does too. Look at him. He loves biscuits and gravy.
Oh, yeah. How essential is Trip to this community, man? Making the party happen.
Like an Innisfree shout out.
Innisfree is a staple of this town, right?
Look, we're trying to promote the farmers market, which takes place every Saturday down on the River Market, 7 to noon. It's River Road. It used to be Jack Warner Parkway for the old school people.
Other way around.
It used to be River
Parkway
Road,
now.
and now it's Jack Warner. Yeah. So I'm that old that I get confused on that kind of stuff. The Civil Rights Trail, though, 18 stops around Tuscaloosa. Jimmy, you're part of that. Mm-hmm. The amphitheater with awesome concerts. Druid City Music Hall, which I was talking about today with someone when it used to be the Bama Beach Club, but you guys probably don't remember that.
No, sir.
They used to have boxing when I was in college on Wednesday.
Did you ever box?
There was somebody I wanted to box. And then we became one of my best friends. So, like, you know, I used to be like, meet me there, you know, and we became great friends. So, but
who was that? Who
just a guy named Zach. They used to bartend here, and I still love the guy to this day. But what else do we got going on right now?
Okay, so next weekend, before you sit down and buckle up for the Tennessee game, head out to Snow Hinton Park for the Kentucky Festival of the Arts. It'll be the first time that festival's been going on for more than 50 years, but this will be the first time that it'll be in the heart of Tuscaloosa. down at the newly renovated Snow Hinton Park. We're really excited about what they've done with the facilities down there. There's going to be more than 270 vendors, lots of great food. There's going to be music, spoken word art, as well as, of course, all the folk art and everything else you can buy while you're out there.
You like a spoken word art, Jake?
I wish I knew what that was.
See, Jimmy,
we're going to bring him out next
week. But hey,
weekend.
I may come out there and educate myself.
Yeah, that's right.
Or be educated.
Next year, he'll be part of the lineup.
That's right. That'd be great. How did Oktoberfest go?
Oh, Oktoberfest was a great time. I tell you what, it was a warm day, but for a beer drinking event, that's not necessarily the worst thing to happen.
What's your favorite?
Oh man, with that weather, the Neon Moon from Druid City Brewing Company, it's a sour. That's a great warm weather beer. So I might have had one more of those than I really needed to. But SoCal Tacos was out there with their ice cream tacos. So I got to balance it out. It was a great day.
You describe. I know you're an art guy. The way you describe those beers, man, you're into the detail.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with knowing good quality craft beers.
I'm jealous.
Yeah,
I wish I was that intellectual.
Yeah, that's true.
Hey, I'm happy to bring you guys along for a detailed beer experience.
That's what I think. I think we need to educate Jake on some craft beers, like take him through. He's been to the studio, so he's had a few.
Okay, Mick just drinks a lot of them and gives him a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Okay, if he likes it, there's a new keg next Wednesday.
I've watched Roll Tide Willie. He's doing like beer reviews now, and I'm just like, I send it to my friend Bricken all the time. I'm like, this is what we gave up. We've turned the beer grading over to Roll Tide Willie, and it's like, I don't like this, and then he throws the beer. Have you seen those?
Listen, a great ambassador for our community. Nothing but love for Roll Tide Willie. We went by his tent a couple weeks ago and got selfies with him. Great dude.
Is he going to be on some of your commercials moving forward?
Hey, I don't want to spoil anything. I'm not going to rule it out.
He's definitely somebody that makes me laugh.
Tuscaloosa Blitz.
Yeah. All right, Jimmy, let's get serious and talk some football before we get out of here. And we all love Tuscaloosa and visit Tuscaloosa.com. What happened last week? And what can Alabama do to prevent that this week?
All right. You're probably going to hang your head listening to my take on all this, but I was so confident in that game last weekend that I didn't watch it. As a dad, sometimes you got to make tough choices. And so I was clothing shopping with my 11-year-old daughter. And I was thinking, I'm not going to miss anything I can't catch up on in the highlights, right? And my phone starts buzzing. What in the world is going on? But I think the real takeaway is with our program, with what we expect from the Crimson Tide, this week's opponent shouldn't matter. They should bounce back, and they should bounce back in a way that they could be playing number 1 or number 120. And they should come out and they should make a statement in this game. So I'm no Jake Coker, but that's my view on it.
No, I like that.
I agree 100%. I mean, that's if we have anything to us, if that locker room is built with the guys I think we have, then I think we come out and cover that spread and we play like it doesn't matter who we're playing. We got our hair on fire and we're getting after that football.
Yeah, I'm with you on that too. I mean, it's embarrassing right now. Now, Vanderbilt could turn them in. That Vanderbilt might be a better team than we're giving them credit for. But
Mick, look, I respect that Diego Pavia. That guy is a football player. I mean, that guy, he made a lot of people, proved a lot of doubters wrong. But, man, you don't go 40 years without losing to Vanderbilt and not be embarrassed by losing to Vanderbilt.
Plus the number 1 team with a 22-point spread.
Still, yeah, I mean, you got a lot of respect for those guys. But, I mean, look, they're doing construction on their stadium during football season, and they hold 25,000 people. Alabama needs to go in there and whip Vanderbilt.
I'm not going to argue. Okay. Jimmy, final thoughts? Tell us anything else that we need to know about Visit Tuscaloosa. It's always great to see you, by the way.
Hey, it's always great to be here. And I'm going to provide a little bit of a silver lining from the guy who works with travel and tourism. a 1-loss record isn't the worst thing for me. If we win out, there's a real good chance there's a playoff game.
I like where he's going right here.
Alabama. And while I think, would all love to be number one and get that bye and coast into a semifinal, I think there are some businesses in Tuscaloosa who would be just fine with welcoming everybody here for one of the first ever playoff games at a home site.
Yeah, I like the idea that
the Georgia game raised everybody's expectations. But Mick and I have been talking about this all offseason. How awesome would it be to be able to witness an Alabama playoff game in Tuscaloosa?
I'd like that.
Absolutely.
You talk about electric. That'd be the best atmosphere in college football.
Are you kidding me?
It's like Georgia. It would be like Georgia.
Yeah.
On steroids, maybe. I don't know if you can outdo that.
I don't know. That was something pretty special.
It was awesome.
I mean, playoff. I mean, in every sport, we talk about
cleanup
playoff.
job was having to go on the Saturday after beating Georgia.
I will say, in all the conversations we've had with our hospitality partners in town, everyone spoke so highly of fan behavior for that weekend. We hear stories about big games, especially LSU week, Tennessee week, but apparently everyone was just respectful and having a great time, tipping their staff. So thumbs up to everyone who was in town.
Hey, that's what we do in Tuscaloosa. We don't rush the field. We've been there before. We won big games before.
we rush the bar.
You can't.
Let's go. Get a drink. Jimmy, always great to see you, brother.
Great to be here.
And come back. We're going to be at Unique on the Strip for the Missouri show. Make sure you come by for that one. Looking forward to hanging out with you again. And I'm not going to bring up your Kansas City Royals, but I will bring up that the farmers market takes place on Saturdays, the last Saturday of the month at River Market from 7 to noon. That's right by Jimmy's office on Jack Warner Parkway, not River Road. Self-guided tours, 18 of those around Tuscaloosa. When you come in, the Tuscaloosa Civil Rights Trail really does bring you back to history. You got the amphitheater concert events, which are awesome, by the way. I'm ready to go see. Give me like 2 concerts that are coming. Do you have anything off the top of your head?
Well, I think we're actually done for the season.
Are we?
But I'm starting to hear some rumors about what's getting signed up for next spring and summer. We're working with a new promotion company next year. And, just keep your eyes out for those announcements.
And I can't wait.
If a couple of these come true, they're going to be some of the bigger shows we've had in 5-10 years.
Let's go, everybody.
I may need you to hook me up.
We can probably work something out.
Look at this guy. More of the original Bama Football Tailgate Show coming up.
It's the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling & Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
Score big at Floribama's Old River Grill with our great game menu. Grab your friends and watch the game on one of our 30-plus TVs. Our game day menu is full of flavor, from fried green beans to cowboy caviar and game day staples like the buffalo chicken sandwich, traditional jumbo chicken wings, Southwest egg rolls, and the chips and dip trio. Wash it all down with a bucket of beer or one of our many drink specials. Bring your friends and family for game day and join us at Floribama Old River Grill. For more info, visit our website at floribamaoldrivergrill.com.
Unique on the Strip. It's the best place to watch sports.
You're not even kidding. 11 TVs, NFL and MLB package, NHL, EPL, and so much more. If you want a game, they have it.
Now they're doing weekly NFL Pick'em, winners every Sunday, and grand prizes on Super Bowl Sunday.
And we haven't even mentioned the drink specials.
Of course they have daily drink specials. You can see them on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at Unique T-Town every day.
Unique on the Strip, the best place to watch sports in Tuscaloosa.
Hey y'all, I'm Steve Azar, inviting you to escape to Pearl River Resort, where the fun is going non-stop. Enjoy gaming excitement and catch the thrill of the big win. After the thrills, test your skills at the Dancing Rabbit Golf Club. There's dining delight and love at first sight. And it's always no work and all play at Silver Star and Golden Moon Casinos. So come on, leave it all behind and head to Pearl River Resort.
Autumn brings vivid colors to the back roads and hollows of Sevierville, Tennessee. Wind your way to quaint country churches, a historic covered bridge, and even a pick-your-own apple orchard. This fall, the best views are yours on Sevierville's Rocky Flats Fall Driving Tour. Learn more and find additional fall drives to enjoy at visitsevierville.com/fall.
Gary Allen in concert.
Every storm runs out of rain.
Gary Allen.
I'm just sitting
live.
here watching airplanes.
Saturday, October 12th at Pearl River Resort Silver Star Convention Center. Tickets on sale now at pearlriverresort.com.
Yeah, that's right where I need to be.
Don't miss Gary Allen.
Who doesn't love a good Bloody Mary come game day? We set out to make the best tasting, the savory, spicy, and southern. So as my song goes, call it an early weekend and sip on my signature blend. I don't have to be me till Monday Bloody Mary mix. So leave it all behind and head on over to Pearl River Resort, exclusively at their restaurants, bars, and award-winning Dancing Rabbit Golf Club. This weekend, just say, I'll have what Steve's having.
'Cause I don't have to be me till Monday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Football is back, and no one does it better than the Sportsbook at Golden Moon Casino. This season, you can watch the games with nothing on the line. Boring. Or you can make a play in the starting lineup. The Sportsbook at Golden Moon Casino puts you into the big plays with big bets and big wins, making every game more exciting than ever. It's time for the sports glory you deserve without breaking a sweat. The Sportsbook at Golden Moon Casino. Play the game.
Must be 21.
Welcome back to the original Bama Football Show. We hang out with you from Innisfree here in Tuscaloosa, talking Alabama and South Carolina. We got the Screwball Peanut Butter Whiskey swag going out, the Yingling Lager swag as well. So we're going to try to make sure everybody leaves here with something that is that they for free, something that they're going to love. T-shirts and portable dog bowls and floppy hats, all the stuff you love, Jake.
Right up my alley.
Well, let's bring on our cast of experts here to talk about the big coming up. And it is always great to have Kenny White, Kenny White's Power Ratings from out in Vegas, and Lance Taylor from Lance's Lock join us here on the Tailgate Show. Roll Tide, guys, and thanks for coming on.
Yeah, man, good to join you guys. I love you're always drinking, you and Jake. if we work together on a regular basis,
it is a Saturday before a game.
That's
Saturday,
true.
Man.
That's true. That's true. But I'm just saying, if we work together on a regular basis, it would be trouble.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. You don't want to be part of this crew. You need to hang with Dunaway more. Yeah, we love Dunaway. All right, and you do that on the next round. Ryan Brown, love you guys, and of course, part of Cover Crimson and Lance's Lock. You got like 15 different titles.
Lance, what is that? A poinsettia you're sipping on? What is that?
It is a Stella. It's not a poinsettia. So yes, I'm not one to talk. I felt like, I tuned in early. I was watching you guys, and I was like, I'm going to get a cocktail if they're having it.
Where are the people your mom warned you about?
Yeah, I know. That's all good.
Kenny, great to see you out in Vegas. What's up, brother?
Yeah, hey, same old. I'm, shocked by last week's results, obviously, with Bama. Got to be a bounce-back week for them this week. And again, I guess we'll see what they're made out of. Their talent is right there, top 5. But you guys are right, talking about it with that loss, that just may set Bama up for a home game in the playoffs.
Yeah, and look, it could be a good thing because I don't know if you want to play in the SEC championship game if you're going to play for the national championship. It'd be like an extra game, but we'll talk about that later. Let me get into today's big games, and I want to start with number 1 Texas versus number 18 Oklahoma. The Sooners are getting 14.5 in this Red River I used to call it the shootout, but I guess that's not what we call it
always
anymore.
call it the Red River rivalry.
It's the rivalry now, Jake. You don't say shoot. And it's a 50.5 over-under. Kenny, I got you on the screen. You start us.
Yeah, I would say the Red River shootout myself, because that's what it is over the years. They score a lot of points in these football games. Not sure if that'll be the fact this one. Big number, 14.5 with major rivals. Obviously, Oklahoma has not lived up to the billing. Their quarterback, Jackson Arnold, a freshman, has struggled, and they've gone to true freshman Michael Hawkins. And he's done a decent job so far, but just one touchdown pass, 62% completions. He is a dual threat guy, but boy, this is a big scene for him. These teams have kind of gone back and forth over the years, with Texas beating Sarkisian beat Venables 49-0 first time they ever played. And then last year, Venables got the revenge 34-30. It is Texas's game, but I can never lay that many points in a college football game. Texas will celebrate like they won the national championship if they win by 7. So I'm taking Oklahoma here, but again, my number right on what the betting line is.
All right, LT, before you come on, I want to remind everyone that's hanging out with us here at Innisfree that we got the free swag, and we're going to be giving it away right now. So jump on. And then you tell us, LT, how can you get the swag from picking this game? What you got?
So you are looking to me, you mentioned Michael Hawkins, and we've got a freshman, obviously his first taste of the Red River Shootout. I'll call it the Red River Shootout. It's the cocktail party. It's the shootouts. We don't have to be politically correct here. Texas, number 3 total defense, going against a challenged offense and going against depleted wide receivers. Again, a freshman quarterback, Quinn Ewers, coming back. Texas has won their first 5 games by 15-plus points. First time they've done that since 2008. And they are one of 3 teams that is yet to trail, along with Army and Indiana this year. I think Texas wins big. I got no problem laying these points.
All right, Jake Coker, you're up.
I'm on the same page as Lance. I mean, I think it is a lot of points, but I don't see much out of Oklahoma. I don't trust their quarterback. I don't think they're a very solid team. To me, they're one of the worst teams, one of the worst ranked teams out there. And then on top of that, when I see a big matchup like this with the double-digit favorite, I think the public's all over Oklahoma. I'm taking.
All right, there we go. First game. Second game, Ole Miss, number 9 at LSU. It's a 3.5-point spread, home dog for the Tigers, getting 3.5 at home, 61.5 points. I'm going to start with you this time, LT, and then I'll swing it back over to Kenny.
So as a road favorite, Lane Kiffin's actually been pretty good in these spots, 28-7 straight up, 19-15-1 against the number. Since 2019, he's 14-1 straight up and 11-3 against the number as a road favorite. He hasn't had any success in Baton Rouge. 0-2 straight up, 0-2 against the number, losing by an average of 15 points. LSU played South Alabama. They get the week off, and now they're coming into this game. Ole Miss, 7 consecutive games. The well-rested team is LSU. I am going to take the home dog here. I don't love this game, but I am going to play LSU. If I was actually going to play this game, I would play over the 62. I think much like we got last year, I think we get another shootout in this game.
All right. Nice job, LT. Now you, Kenny White, what do you think about this one?
Yeah, another tough game. I'm siding with the dog here, LSU, plus the 3 at home. Brian Kelly has done a good job covering point spreads at home since he's been at LSU. 13-5 ATS so far, has not been good this year, but I do like that extra day of rest. Mississippi has looked like the better team on the field, obviously, when we look at the body of work what these teams have done this year. But talent-wise, LSU's right there. Garrett Nussmeier, the quarterback, 15 touchdown passes, just 4 INTs, 70% completions. Mississippi's got some talented guys, though. Watch Henry Parrish, but their wide receiver, Trey Harris, this guy's going to be a first-round draft pick. They're extremely talented, but Brian Kelly knows what's up in store, and you know it's going to be a hostile environment down there in Baton Rouge, so I'll take the 3.
All right, Jake.
I'm hopping on this train too. I think Ole Miss at LSU. Ole Miss to me is a pretty inconsistent team. They may show up, they may not. I'm not counting on them tonight. I love Garrett Nussmeier. I love the way his timing is, his anticipation. He's a guy that I don't think gets affected by big moments. I really like LSU tonight.
All right, now Alabama against South Carolina. Jake, you hold your thoughts for the last 2 segments. Well, we'll talk about that. Kenny, I'm going to throw you up here first and ask you, Alabama, obviously a tough loss last week. They're a 21.5-point underdog at home. And I know you want to talk about Alabama and this South Carolina matchup.
Yeah, I'm a big believer in Jalen Milroe. And, when you got a new head coach, you know what you had when you had Nick Saban, and you knew what you're going to get. Your teams were well prepared. The win over Georgia, it was just such a letdown that you'd have to throw out the Vanderbilt game. Now this team's got to respond this weekend. I have Bama winning 38-13. They're a far better football team. South Carolina has struggled all year long. So it's gonna be, I'm sure it's been a tough week on the practice field for the Bama players. So they will be well prepared at home and come back and get a big win.
Tell us about the power ratings, my friend.
Yeah, thanks, Mick. A lot going on here. NHL just kicked off, got Major League Baseball playoffs, but for $25 a month, you get all of my projections from all sports, college football, NFL, and I've got NBA and college basketball coming up soon. But the projected final scores for every game that hasn't been played yet, I have in those power ratings. So projected standings for the NFL, team wins, matchup stats. I've got adjusted team stats for every team in college football, and then those adjusted matchups for each weekend. So yeah, a lot going on at Kenny White Sports.
All right, thanks, brother, and appreciate it. Always great stuff. Now you, LT, Lance's lock. Give us the lock on the Alabama and South Carolina game, my friend.
So Alabama's only lost 7 times since 2017, and in those 7 times, they're 7-0 following the loss straight up. They're 5-2 against the number. South Carolina has covered 3 straight against Alabama, and for whatever reason, they yuck it up. You saw them do it against Kentucky. They did it against LSU. They did it against Ole Miss. I do think Alabama bounces back here. I would lay the 21.5. Don't feel great about it, but I don't trust South Carolina's offense.
All right, tell us about Lance's lock.
Yeah, jump on board, win with us. We're coming off a 10-5 just last Saturday, just a week ago. So ready to roll. We have got 2 major plays out there. All you got to do is jump on board, lanceslock.com. $100 gets you absolutely everything for the entire month. 1 month of Major League Baseball postseason, the NFL, and college football. So jump on, win with us. Proven and tried, lanceslock.com.
All right, thanks, brother. Great to see all you guys, and we'll do it again next week right here on the Bama Tailgate Show. We're going to be at Coastal down in Orange Beach next week when Alabama takes on Tennessee. Trip Rogers, the owner of this fine establishment and longtime friend of LT, is going to join us here with some Screwball peanut butter whiskey shots. Watch out. No Shotsky. We don't need it. More of the original Bama Football Tailgate Show coming up.
Statewide organization that has many programs that can benefit your county, school, city, or community. The Alabama Adopt a Mile program, the Don't Drop It on Alabama Spring Cleanup, the Alabama Coastal Cleanup, and the Alabama Clean Campus program are all programs available to you and your groups. Join with Alabama Pals and let's all do our part in making Alabama truly Alabama the Beautiful. For more information, go to alpals.org. Sponsored by Alabama Pals, ALDOT, the ABA, and this station.
Is your business facing new challenges such as higher employee wages and lower workforce participation? Luckily, there's a local solution. As your Alabama Career Center system, we make running your business easier. We assist both small and large businesses throughout the state. To take advantage of all we offer, visit your local center or find us online at labor.alabama.gov. Brought to you by this station and the Alabama Broadcasters Association, an equal opportunity employer. Auxiliary aids and services available upon request to individuals with disabilities.
We know texting and driving is dangerous and tailgating causes crashes. We know that road rage doesn't get us down the road faster. So let's all help each other and focus on driving safely, especially around work zones. Speeding or any other dangerous driving moves through a work zone will cost you double the normal fine. Save your money and possibly save your life or the life of a road worker. Slow down, put away the phone, and enjoy the ride. For more information, visit drivesafealabama.org. Sponsored by ALDOT, ALEA, the ABA, and this station.
Work is a part of all of us. We know that the world around us has changed, and that's why the Alabama Department of Labor is here to get you back to working hard. Work is a part of all of us. Let us help you get back to it by visiting your local career center or alabamaworks.alabama.gov. Funding provided by the USDOL, ETA, and Federal WIOA, and Equal Opportunity Employer Program. Auxiliary aids and services available upon request. Brought to you by this station and the Alabama Broadcasters Association.
Coach Nick Saban.
Helping children is very important to Miss Terry and me. As parents, it saddens us to know that there are more than 5,000 children in foster care in Alabama. These children need loving, nurturing families to care for them. We ask you to join the team and become champions for children by opening your heart, opening your home, and becoming a foster or adoptive parent.
For more information, call 1-866-4AL-KIDS. Sponsored by the Alabama Department of Human Resources, Alabama Broadcasters Association, and this station.
Wake up and text. Text and eat. Text and meet up with a friend you haven't seen in forever.
Hi.
Oh, hey. Text and complain that they're on their phone the whole time. Text and listen to them complain that you're on your phone the whole time. Text and whatever. But when you get behind the wheel, give your phone to a passenger. Put it in the glove box. Just don't text and drive. Visit StopTextsStopWrecks.org. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
You can now do more without it costing you more. Alabama's attractions have come together to offer the all-in-one ticket that downloads to your mobile device. No matter how many attractions listed on the ticket you see during the time span you bought, your price stays the same. Pick the right ticket option that best fits your schedule, and then enjoy more attractions without spending more. All-in-one tickets for different areas of Alabama are available at alabama.travel and other places where online tickets are sold. Brought to you by the Alabama Tourism Department, the ABA, and this station.
Do you know the facts about Mpox? The most visual symptom of Mpox is a rash. The rash can be preceded by fever, headache, muscle aches, backaches, swollen lymph nodes, chills, exhaustion, and a cough. Symptoms start within 3 weeks of exposure to the virus. If you are at higher risk, protect yourself by avoiding close skin-to-skin contact with people and get vaccinated. To learn more about Mpox and determine if you are at risk, visit alabamapublichealth.gov/Mpox. Sponsored by the Alabama Public Health Department, ABA, and this station.
Back on the original Bama Football Tailgate Show, talking to you live from right here at Innisfree in Tuscaloosa, getting you ready for Alabama and South Carolina. Show's brought to you by Yingling Lager, and we are giving away some Yingling Lager swag, Screwball, the original peanut butter whiskey. Look at these pennants right here, man. These are sweet. I mean, this is if you're gonna put something in your man cave, you're gonna put some in your dorm. You need a Screwball pennant. Let me put you on, man. I need an Innisfree pennant like this, man.
Absolutely.
You guys need this.
I need to make some of those.
Those would be cool. Trip Rogers, the owner of this fine establishment, hanging out with us here. And
Trip, you don't seem as excited as you were during the
it's a little bit different weekend than it was 2 weeks ago. A couple little bumps in the road last weekend.
Is it? Yeah. We invited you to Nashville, but you didn't come.
Nah, I got lost going up there, unfortunately.
Hey, I'll tell you what.
But we
man.
sent a bunch of people up there.
Yeah. We had a great crowd that joined us at Live Oak, but we missed you. We were looking for you.
I know. We were
I don't know if he's
supporting.
allowed back to Nashville.
We were supporting other friends in a different city.
Well, before we get talking about this Alabama and South Carolina matchup, I do want to toast a Screwball peanut butter whiskey shot to you guys. Trip,
Cheers.
thank you for having us and making us feel
Appreciate y'all
home.
doing the show here.
Yeah, look at that, man. That's to you guys and to Screwball. Those are so good. That makes a tailgate.
Try them with Yoo-hoo in it.
Oh, we did. I did.
They're the best.
Last week we did the gating and grilling segment, and I made one of those for
Taylor
Hicks.
Yeah.
And they made me take the label off of the Yoo-hoo because of the TV show. And I'm like, they're like, just say it's chocolate milk, but it's not. Chocolate milk isn't Yoo-hoo.
It's not the same.
It's not
Yoo-hoo and Screwball. It's like
it's a magical combination.
When they join each other, it becomes a great united front. Like it's so good.
Randy came last time we were here, dropped off some stuff. And they told me he was like, he saw too much fun coming, so he had to roll out. It's like, that's what we do here. We have fun.
Absolutely.
Okay?
Absolutely. That's why we built Innisfree.
Hey,
what
man.
was it like after that Georgia win 2 weeks ago?
Oh, Georgia weekend was one of the most insane weekends we've ever had here. I mean, everybody was having fun. We had a ton of Georgia people in town Saturday. Like, everyone was getting along. Like, even when Georgia lost, when I got back from the stadium, there was like 10 or 12 buses lined up down the street waiting on people to like go back to Atlanta, Birmingham, wherever they all came in from. I've never seen anything like it. Like, it was awesome. Like, we didn't have any problems. Like, it was amazing. Like, the weather was perfect.
Yeah, like it is now.
Today, it's going to be great today.
Yeah.
But it was crazy. Like, because last time they played, it was COVID, and it was 50% occupancy.
Yeah, nobody was there.
And so not a lot of people came, and then they just blew the doors off 2 weeks ago.
I mean, to have that much fun and know you're making money while that's happening. That's
a little bit different than last weekend.
Well, last weekend, and I'm going to say, my man Mike Johnson and me we were trying to blow the canary in the coal mine. We knew that this was a good team. I didn't think we were going to lose, but we talked about it last week. We're like, man, this is a sneaky good, if you don't pay attention, team.
I wasn't alive the last time we lost.
I know you made that clear to me a few times. You hear him? Yeah, no, you hear that trip? Like, don't tell me that.
Their quarterback's undefeated in the state of Alabama.
Their quarterback's a baller, man.
Beat Auburn last year and Alabama this year.
No, he's undersized and everything else, but he can play, man.
They played a perfect game.
Yeah,
like,
he
didn't do anything wrong.
No.
Like, I've seen a lot of those. I've seen a lot of those losses over the years.
Me too.
None of these kids in the last 10 years have
They
ever
don't know
seen a loss like that. They're like, oh, we lost the number 2 team in the country. We lost number 5 team. I'm like, y'all don't remember Northern Illinois.
I was there.
Louisiana Monroe.
I was there.
Like,
Louisiana Tech, man.
I mean, it's
the Hail Mary from
it happens,
Rattay. Was it Tim Rattay? I think it was.
Today will show what our resiliency is and how we bounce back.
Let me ask you guys this. Will Alabama reestablish a run game?
We have to if we're going to go anywhere this year. I mean, we've got to be able to run the ball. We have to have a sustaining drive. Our defense can't handle 2-play touchdowns.
Right.
Like, they've got to get rest. And like we were talking about it, y'all have probably already talked about it. Our defensive guys haven't played together, so they don't know. If I'm the linebacker 4 or 5 years ago, he knew exactly what was going on behind him, and he knew how they were going to react. Now, these guys don't know how each other react. Like, they don't, they communicate, but they haven't played together. These guys only played together a year, most of them. I mean, there's probably only a handful of guys that have been on the team more than 2 years. And it's just a different time than college football. It's like, I think the Vanderbilt coach said, like, upsets like this last weekend are going to happen more and more with the way college football is going.
Yeah, I mean, you got more elite talent all over the country. The problem is now you don't have depth. I mean, when I was at Alabama, you had, your 1 through 3 were 5-star guys from all over the country. Nowadays, if you're not playing within the first 2 years, you're gone to a Vanderbilt. You're gone to another school. I mean, this is going to happen more often. There's no doubt about it. And it's going to be hard to – I don't know if you'll ever see I hate to say you'll never see it, but it's going to be hard to go undefeated in this era of college football. There's just too much talent spread around. There's not enough depth. Injuries are really going to affect teams nowadays, and we kind of saw that with Kendrick Law and Kobe Prentice last week. But, the thing I want to see is us getting off the field on 3rd down. I mean, look, and protect the football. 2 turnovers that really cost us last week. Really, I mean, look, the offense scored on 5 out of 8 possessions last week, but that fumble and that pick 6, I mean, that did cost us the game as much as it did our performance on 3rd down last week. So I want to see us stop the run, get off the field on 3rd down, and protect the football this weekend.
And we haven't stopped the 4th down all season.
That's crazy.
I was wondering about that too. That's crazy.
Which is, if you would have told me this last year, I'd but now I'm afraid of 4th down. I mean, if you're on the 50 or 45, and it's 4th and 5, you're going for it. If you've watched our defense, until we stop somebody. So today will be interesting.
I kept wondering, like, when's somebody going to step up? At the end of the Georgia game, obviously it was, Brown who did the interception. Nobody last week against Vanderbilt. And then you look at today's game and you go, I hope it doesn't come down to that. And I look at the running game, letting the defense get a breather, right?
Yeah.
And I look at the offense and I'm like, who's going to break out besides Milroe, who I'm a huge fan of? I know you are too, Jake. Well, I think the guy's like really phenomenal. Yeah. I think people don't appreciate him enough.
Around him.
I feel like they don't appreciate him enough. I mean, I think we've gotten to that point now. If you don't realize how good this dude is, then you got a problem. And then Ryan Williams, who I still feel like is super talented, but also super young. Like somebody else on offense needs to be the guy that kind of starts making some plays. Who is that?
No one jumps off the page at me right now, which is crazy because the last 4 or 5 years I could tell you exactly who to be, and now I'm like, hey, I don't even know the names of a lot of the guys because they come and go, and it's only been 2 years. I mean, it's crazy. You just don't get to know anybody.
Yeah, the loyalty is not quite there like it used to be, and I hate that. And that's why, we talk about I don't want to dive back into this, but I will mention it again. I guess we will. But,
Go ahead.
But the Malachi Moore situation, you got a guy who's stuck there, been by Alabama's side, helped through this transition. He loves Alabama. Did make a mistake, and it's inexcusable. But at the same time, as Alabama fans and as the Alabama program, you gotta have his back. I mean, he's had Alabama's back, and there's only so many guys like that nowadays that stay in a program because they love the program.
Yeah.
Obviously upset about losing to Vanderbilt, and I'd be pretty upset too. And again, he acted out of character. But
we've had a lot worse. We've had a lot worse situations with other players.
And right, it's just behind the scenes and coaches. Okay,
and coaches.
And former coaches that are head coaches. But look, what I'm going to tell you guys right now is that if there was a guy that deserved a mulligan, it's him. We're going to give it to him. But when we come back, Tripp, you stay here. We'll talk more about this game. So we
Sounds good.
All right, more of the original Bama football tailgate show from Innisfree in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Titletown, right after.
Now look at yourselves. I make the big plays and the big games. You don't. Yeah, you would have made All-State if Coach put you in. Keep telling that story, or you can actually play the game. The sportsbook at Golden Moon Casino puts you in the starting lineup. I'll still be making the plays, you'll be making the bets, and finally getting the sports glory you deserve. The sportsbook at Golden Moon Casino. Play the game.
Peanut butter whiskey. Why the hell not? A little salty, a little sweet, a little savory, and always smooth. Screwball, the original peanut butter whiskey that's unexpectedly delicious. Visit screwballwhiskey.com to learn more. That's Screwball with a K. Enjoy responsibly.
In the heart of Orange Beach, Alabama, directly on the Gulf of Mexico, you'll find your new favorite place to dine with family and friends, Coastal Orange Beach. It's the ultimate dining experience with incredible beach views, and we're now serving breakfast on the beach. We open daily at 8 a.m., so be sure to join us for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Coastal Orange Beach is quickly becoming the place that locals love and a destination for anyone visiting the Gulf Coast. We can't wait to see you on the beach. CoastalOrangeBeach.com.
Yuengling, America's oldest brewery, has been making beer in America for 6 generations. And for nearly 200 years, we've been all about bringing the good times. By hand, by foot, by bike, by bikers, by fanny pack or jetpack, by whatever means necessary. With Yuengling Traditional Lager, good times taste even better. Yuengling, bring the goods.
Tuscaloosa is Alabama's ultimate sports destination and a place for outdoor enthusiasts to thrive. It's a community rooted in history and one that's on the cusp of a burgeoning art scene too. Tuscaloosa is vibrant, it's charming, and it's familiar. Its people welcome you with open arms and warm hellos into a community that's tied together. Tuscaloosa is our home.
Hey y'all, I'm Steve Azar inviting you to escape to Pearl River Resort where the fun is going non-stop. Enjoy gaming excitement and catch the thrill of the big win. After the thrills, test your skills at the Dancing Rabbit Golf Club. There's dining delight and love at first sight. And it's always no work and all play at Silver Star and Golden Moon Casinos. So come on, leave it all behind and head to Pearl River Resort.
Immerse yourself in the continuing dynasty of Alabama football with The Legacy Continues, a visually striking image from artist Daniel A. Moore. This sequel to Moore's 1992 sold-out painting, The Crimson Legacy, features iconic moments and memorabilia from the last 30 seasons of Tide football. Don't miss your opportunity to own this lasting tribute sure to be cherished by Bama fans for years to come. Pre-order The Legacy Continues now at danielmooreart.com.
Check out Pawn Royale at 1019 McFarland Boulevard in Northport. The summer season is almost over. Time to go to Pawn Royale and find some amazing deals. Right now, our lawn and gardening inventory must go. That includes mowers, trimmers, blowers, chainsaws, you name it. Pawn Royale has deals on everything. Many items at cost or less. If you're in the market, come make a deal. That's Pawn Royale, 1019 McFarland Boulevard in Northport.
Peanut butter whiskey. Why the hell not? A little salty, a little sweet, a little savory, and always smooth. Screwball, the original peanut butter whiskey that's unexpectedly delicious. Visit screwballwhiskey.com to learn more. That's Screwball with a K. Enjoy responsibly.
Back on the original Bama Football Tailgate Show and hanging out with you guys from Innisfree here in Tuscaloosa, talking Alabama and South Carolina, 11 o'clock kickoff. And thank you to Screwball, the original peanut butter whiskey. We've been handing out the Screwball swag. We even hooked up Trip with all the dog gear, man.
Absolutely.
We got the collar, the bandanas for the dogs. We got the portable bowl for the dogs. We got the thing that you put around their neck if they poop.
Cleanup bag.
The cleanup bag, right? If you guys have dogs and you want some of the swag, come by and see us. The key word is Roll Tide.
I need to hand that out to some of my neighbors.
Yeah, you do. That's it. Good way to put it. All right. Let me ask you this question. I'm going to be serious for a second here. If Bama loses this game, is the dynasty over? Trip, I'm looking at you right now. You're making me nervous.
It'll be interesting. It's something I haven't really thought of in 17 years, but I don't think so. I would worry about.
You look hopeful, but
I
you
worry
don't look
about
optimistic.
if it does happen with these kids next week, and they're like, because they don't know, and there's no one ahead of them to tell them. They're gonna be like, "Oh, the season's over. I'm done. Transfer portal. I'm not playing the rest of the year."
That would be terrible. Coker?
I mean, I think it's put on pause, but look, man, this is year one. This is Kalen DeBoer in his first season, the first time in the SEC. He's got to have some time to figure this out. And look, this is a new era in college football. He came in, he recruited as well as anybody in the country in the short period of time he had, and he's already beaten Georgia, and that was a game that not many people really thought Alabama had a chance in. Okay. I mean, we saw the line, and a lot of people took Alabama in the line, but I don't think people really thought that we could beat Georgia. And it was a hell of a game plan. We executed well, not as well in the second half, but it was a little bit different scenario in the second half. There's a lot of potential here, and I think Kalen DeBoer, I'm not going to change on this. I think he's the best replacement we could have gotten. And, again, it's just going to take time for him to figure it out. And I think we're going to end up in a good spot at the end of this year, given that this is his first year here. But Alabama's still Alabama. We're not going anywhere. It's still going to be one of the best places to go to school and play football. And Coach Saban's had a lot to do with that. And I think Coach DeBoer is going to continue that tradition.
The fact that we're talking about this, to me, makes me confident that an ass whooping's coming South Carolina's way. And I think that Coach DeBoer found out the hard way that, you know what, it's a learning experience. This place is different than the other places, but I'm 100% behind him. I'm with you, man. I think that things are going to be just fine. I don't think they're going to lose. Guys, don't forget, we're going to do the show from Coastal. That's the new bar restaurant owned by Floribama down in Orange Beach near Jake and I's home. We'll be there next Friday, so make sure you come by and hang out with us if you're down on the coast. I know some of you guys were asking. All right, score predictions. Trip.
I'm going to go 31-13.
31-13, South Carolina.
No.
Okay. Roll Tide. Coker.
I'm going to go 42-10 or 13. Just watching South Carolina. I hate to repeat this line over and over again, but I just don't think they're consistent on offense. Defensively, I don't think they show a lot. I don't think they can hang in there. I think Ryan Williams is going to make a few really big plays Saturday. And so I'm taking us 42-10.
I feel like, 42-10. I like that one. Look, man, I feel like this is a necessity when it comes to figuring out what this job's all about. And DeBoer's done everything right so far. I'm not throwing the guy under the bus. I mean, it was a tough loss, but it was the perfect storm for a game that you overlooked, right? And I think that things are going to be fine when Alabama takes on South Carolina, and then it sets us up for a matchup against Tennessee. This is a very talented team, and I think that a team that is going to rise to the occasion. I really do. I think that all of the things that happened last week until now give them the opportunity to run out there at 11 o'clock and prove themselves. And I'm excited about that. Trip, tell us about what you have going on here at Innisfree. And by the way, thank you again, man. We love coming here.
I appreciate y'all coming. And you did forget to mention when you come to Alabama, there's a really cool bar to hang out too.
Well, tell him. I mean, he talks about it all the time.
Hey, I asked Jimmy, I said, how essential is Trip and Innisfree to Tuscaloosa?
You did?
I did say that. Hey, this is an essential worker during COVID.
We've all had our fun here, man. We've all had our fun here. We love this place.
It's the 11 o'clock kickoff throws everything for a little bit, but we open at 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. We don't expect anybody here before the game, but I think after the game, it's going to be wide open, and we got a lot of football after our game tomorrow. I mean, the SEC could look totally different, so we look forward to everybody coming in. We got a big South Carolina party next door. And they got a bunch of alumni coming in. We'll show them a good time. And it should be fun. It'll be a good day. It's one of those things, man. It's now every game is
it matters.
I mean, now every game is, it's crunch time, and we're not even halfway through the season. But, that's the way it should be. That's what makes it fun.
Well, before I leave, Jake wanted me to make sure you got him some of that RMFT gear before we got out of here.
Yeah, we'll get you some.
Look at him. He don't want to give it up. We'll get you
we got it.
That wasn't convincing.
RMFT.com. Go buy some stuff. We got some new stuff coming out later this fall for basketball and baseball.
Some hoops gear.
So, I don't know who they're cheering for, but headed to the stadium.
Yeah, there we go. Roll Tide, everybody. Well, thanks, Trip, man. Really, thank you for the hospitality, for hooking us up. Robbie, great job by you. Jake, any final thoughts?
Look for us to bounce back this afternoon or this morning. And, we're going to learn a lot about this team, a lot about the leadership, and we're going to see how much we adjust moving forward. So excited. I think we cover. I hope that doesn't jinx us like it did last week.
Check out covercrimson.com on YouTube and Cover Crimson on YouTube for the post-game show. I'll be on there with Clint Lamb and a bunch of us after the game. So check that out and Roll Tide, everybody. Thank you to everyone that made today's show possible.